Well, that's going to be fascinating to watch, and we will keep watching this. But the other question, of course, is, you know, what targets would the U.S. be looking to strike to actually bring forth a toppling of this hated regime, which has been causing mayhem not just in Iran, not just the Middle East, but around the world since 1979? Where would you expect that they would be hitting targets? Would they be IRGC, Republican Guard targets? Would they be other military installations? How do you get militarily that regime to fall, and eventually, I suppose, the Ayatollah and all his pals to pack their bags and some gold in a carry-on and head off to Moscow?
Well, I think the number one target would be Khamenei himself. I think that the president of Iran, Pezeshkian, has been signaling quite openly. It's quite remarkable, actually. He's been saying, "Look, I feel your pain to the protesters, that you're suffering economically. We understand that. The only way to solve this is to have a negotiation with the Americans, because it's because of the sanctions that we can't make any economic advancement. But we can't negotiate with the Americans because the supreme leader won't let us." I mean, he doesn't say it quite like that, but if you put together all of the statements he's made, he's basically saying, "My hands are tied. I think we should negotiate, but the supreme leader won't let us." So I think the natural thing, if you're Donald Trump, is to try to decapitate the regime and try to deal with the remnant,
Hmm.
which is what they did basically in Venezuela. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. One scenario would be to try to decapitate the regime.
Yeah.
Another would be to try to embolden the protests by, as you suggested, hit IRGC bases, but very visible. IRGC and Besiege. Besiege is the militia that is shooting all the people on the street.
Right, and I mean, if you're the Ayatollah, if you're the supreme leader, you've watched what happened to Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela. You've seen all of the targeted assassinations by the Israelis. You would have to be feeling very insecure right now, just about where you're going to sleep at night.
Well, he's very, very insecure. One of the things that's going on, it's fascinating, James, since the June war between Israel and Iran, is that he has surrounded himself by ultra loyalists, because he found out after during the war that he was lied to by his own people. They lied to him about their capabilities, and then after the destruction by the Israelis, they lied to him about the extent of the destruction. And so he has such distrust of the people around him, that were around him, because of the lies, but also distrust because of the deep penetration of Iran by Israeli intelligence.
Hmm.
And this has led him to surround himself now by ultra loyalists who are actually much more extreme in their political views than their predecessors. That's one of the things that worries the Israelis. They're expecting a very sharp escalation by the Iranians the minute the Iranians are attacked.
Right. Fascinating, Mike. Thank you so much for walking us through this. And hopefully by the next time we speak, we might actually see some resolution to this and a sayonara to the Ayatollah. Thank you so much for your time, as always.